Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Good
everyone.
morning, everybody.
Good morning. We are
Good
live.
morning.
I
Good
cannot,
morning.
I'm looking around.
Hey, buddy.
Let's just say hi together. We'll say hi together because I don't have my phone. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, Teresa is here.
Hello, Teresa. I see Stephanie.
Hey, Steph.
Hi, Steph. Ashley. I
Hey,
see
Ashley.
Miss Dawn is here.
I'm here.
Hi, Dawn.
Barely, but I'm here. Look, Sean's here.
Hi, Sean.
Hello.
How are you? Hey, are you in the new place?
I'm in Marie's house.
That's nice. No, that's what I meant.
Wait,
Like
look.
newer place.
Look at my office. I got it put together.
Nice.
Although I had to put a table by the window to do my lives because it's too dark otherwise.
I'm back in Pennsylvania, and I made the biggest mistake. We went there to put the trash out, the recycle trash, and I read on some webpage that it was next week, and it was yesterday.
Oh,
we
no.
were there, and we didn't do it, and I felt like I don't know. This is so sad. I can't. What do they call it when you can't regulate? Like you dereg. I don't know how it happened, but I got like really upset about it, and it's like out of my hands. I can't change things by being upset.
Right.
But I started to feel like anxious and upset about it, and like
I do
upset
that all
about
the time.
being moved out. And I said to Tony, like, when are we gonna fix this place up? And he said, when everything's out. And I go, oh, I can't be like that. Like, it's kind of has to be a little bit of both because I can't afford to pay for storage and all those bills. The bills, I want to tell you, this is just, I'm sorry for complaining so much, but
That's okay.
the water bill.
I'll complain back.
The water bill was basically, it was $45 and only $4 was for actual water. And it made me like, why? I understand they have to pay somebody to take the money and they have to pay somebody to like read the meter, but like that's extreme when it's $40 of service charges. I feel.
Right.
I don't know, it just seems like an awful lot of money.
Right. Exactly.
And then Tony's like, but they're maintaining the pipes. I go, they can maintain the pipes, but they should be able to maintain the pipes at they should charge $40 a year as like a service. And now it's a lot.
Right.
Maybe.
Oh, Debbie's here.
Hey, Debbie. Smooches.
I got company today.
I see.
Oh, wait, look.
Who's in your lap? Oh my gosh, she looks so cute.
She looks like she's got pigtails.
Yeah, that's adorable. She looks less like Santa Claus now.
They were so bad. I mean, with the
dogs were bad, or
they cut the dogs were bad. I mean, like their hair was so bad. Girl, it cost me $200 to groom them because they were so bad.
Well, two for 200.
Yeah.
Oh, that I'm gonna say that I think around where I used to live, my dog would have been about 150 for a full, not even a cut, just a bathing, a drying, and a pedicure, and it maybe
for a while it was like 125 for both. Like if they're really good and not
so they
bad.
charge you like I want to say I always call it the FU fee, which is
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Like,
but no, they were really mad at it, and I felt bad. They just got kind of neglected with the move and everything. So, and wait till you see Bella. She's like naked.
I have to go
see
if my dogs can come in.
Hey, Angie.
Come on, dog. Oh, they're getting dirty.
Oh, you think it makes her look well behaved, Debbie?
Come on. Come in. It's like the bump.
She's not, Debbie. She's cold. She's shaking.
I want to tell you something. This morning, I made a cup of tea. I sat down at the table, and I see hopping out of the bushes a turkey, and like another turkey, and another turkey, and like 20 turkeys hopped out, and they ran across the yard, and then they saw the sheep, and they stopped, and they looked, and they got like very tall, like because they were looking.
Wow.
And then they crossed the street and ran into the Amish farm. Which
Nice.
might not be a good idea for them.
Uh-huh.
Because they might end up being supper. No, I'm kidding. But you know.
Yeah, I know.
But they were pretty rapidly.
I'm
That's what the guy who lived here before, he said, if you see a bear coming down the hill, he's not going to really linger. He's probably just going to keep going to the other side. And I go,
Well,
okay.
do you want to take a chance with
it? Well, you know, being a photographer, I would love to take a photograph, but
and then run?
And then what?
And then run.
I kind of wish that we have a little deck off the back, but like there, you know, there's trees kind of blocking the view. I kind of wish that the deck extended to like maybe like over this way a little, so that at least I'd be like off the ground, but a little taller than the grass.
Yeah.
So I could take. This is just stupid. It's like I would love to be able to set up like a tripod.
Yeah.
And be able to capture like
you need
animals.
like a what do you call them? Those cams, those trail cams.
We actually got one for we got one for
Well, put
Christmas.
some of those videos out.
Hey,
Like
Deb the Pug Mama Quilter's here. Hi.
Hey, Debs, the Pug Mama Quilter. Good morning.
Welcome.
I'm sitting here crocheting while we talk.
You know, you need to do that.
I need to make some of those face things, scrubbies, to bring to my booth.
I have to sign on to YouTube so I can make you blue. Well, good morning to you. I hope you stick around and enjoy.
Welcome. Yeah. Well, Teresa, Teresa, you here?
Okay. Well, I'm finding my life.
Deb, I joined your little YouTube family.
Message. No. I have to talk out loud.
Do you mind if I kind of give a little thing of what we're talking about?
You're now a moderator.
Can I let the cat out the bag a little bit?
What's going on?
Well, we were. Well, she didn't say, but you may hate me, G.
Hey, G. Let's go.
Hey, Scarlett.
Hi, Scarlett. Welcome.
All right, so we were talking last night. We were going over some stuff. So Teresa and I were thinking about doing like a evening video, not video, live, but just of not an auction or anything, just like a, you know, we may crochet, you can quilt, and like we're all kind of gather.
Well, I always wanted to not do a sale lives because I don't want to sell anymore. Right. So this is the only chance I have now.
Yeah. So
and I didn't want to go on alone because it's like, and you seem so busy. I didn't ask you to do anything. So I'm just here.
Yeah. So
anyway.
So what do you think?
Well, what do I think about you and Teresa doing it?
Well, and you?
That's up to you guys. I would do it. I'm going to be painting now.
Oh, see, you can paint. Teresa and I can crochet. Once I get my equipment here, I may be doing some sublimation and different things too. So.
I would like to learn how to crochet again. Maybe you could teach me. That would be very interesting.
Girl, look, I kind of listen to Teresa a little bit, but I just go online and look at the tutorials and do it from there.
That's how I painted. I'll show you my first painting. 1 second. One dog is.
Oh, yeah. I was telling Teresa about your painting.
My first painting. Where is it? All right. I haven't learned the trick. Like in this paper, it kind of got a little crinkled, so I just put something heavy on it. And it seemed to have uncrinkled. But I wondered if there was some trick like putting water on the back. But
That's cute.
I was just showing I saw a lady paint these like egg-shaped birds, and I said, "Well, I know I could paint an egg shape."
P&J's Homestead. Good morning.
Good morning, P&J's Homestead. How are you?
Welcome.
How are you? Let me make you a moderator. I'll make you blue. You are now blue. How's it going? Oh, you love it? Thank you. I don't know, man. It's like the first time I painted something, it was so out of scale. I mean, and I'm talking 15 years ago was the last time I picked up a paintbrush. And it looked kind of like, I don't know. But I went to one class in my life and she was just having us draw, which was fine. You have to learn how watercolors work,
Uh-huh.
but patient. And she's like, she was making us paint lines across the page, paint lines. And I was like, lady,
Like I'm moving the lines,
I
lady.
don't have 2 hours to just paint lines across the page. Get to the
Right.
get to the meat.
Right, right. I know. I don't like the that beginning stuff.
But on YouTube there are people who will say this is an exercise in learning how paints work, and she say like let's go from like very clear to very saturated, and those are helpful to watch. And I also love when they're shorts because they're only going to be 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but I did notice one thing, and I will say this. I bought a pad that was highly, highly praised on Amazon, and it's very pigmented, but it's not like what they were describing as like you could go over with water and it'll take away
Uh-huh.
color. So I don't know if it's I forgot to look to see if it was 100% cotton paper, but those papers were like $1 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this one at Hobby Lobby for $5.99, so it obviously is
So
fantastic.
hold your picture up close. That is cute.
And I put and so the lady was like, you can make little dots on them, and she said they can be metallic. So I had bought some pens. Hi, Jane. How are you? So this was my first watercolor in the last 20.
You didn't sign it.
I didn't sign it, no.
Well, you better
do that, Jane. Yes, I did it. It was my first one. I got paints for Christmas and some papers, and I went to and got some like little pens, and I watched a few videos.
Nice.
Why is he crying so much? What's wrong? Why are you crying? Anyway.
So Jane, how is it to be retired, honey? Is it feeling good?
Hi, Dads, by the way.
Hey, Scott.
Hi, Scott. Well, how does it feel? I know she said last time that she liked it. How's it? It's great. Oh, she says I'm doing great. Thank you. Well,
Awesome.
I mean, I used to make jewelry, but like back in the 90s, I went to art school. I didn't take any painting classes, so that didn't happen. But I took ceramics and I took metalsmithing.
Uh-huh.
And the other classes I took were like sculpture and things like that. But I always admired the painters. And when I was the first time I had gone to school, my roommate was a photographer, which is strange that I end up doing photography. Because I'm so ADD, I need ceramics seem like it. You can instantly make something, but to get it fired and glazed,
I know you had to wait.
Gotta wait a lot. And I kind of like jewelry because it was a little bit more instant gratification, but photography is way better instant gratification.
Right, yeah.
And painting can be, but it also cannot be because some people spend a lot of time on painting.
Yeah. My mom and I used to do ceramics back in the day, and we would go drive to near where my booth is. We'd go get the greenware. We'd take it home. We'd clean it. We'd bring it back. We'd, paint it. They'd fire it or whatever. It was like a 3-trip process for most of it.
Dawn, drop your link.
Do what?
Then you drop your link, says PJ's asking. Did I meet you last night at Kevin's? I went to Tuber Chat and the people were very nice. Someone gave me a gift membership and they showed my channel for a couple seconds. I mean, it was like probably a minute, but it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And so I picked up about 6 new subbies. I'll call it that. It was nice.
Cool.
He's really nice. I like the way he does it because The one thing I don't understand is when I click on someone's name, it doesn't go right to their channel, which would make it a lot easier to find them. So for me and my fingers trying to type out everybody's names appropriately, like I got to like wrong channels and then missing some of the stuff he's doing. I think if you click on mine after a comment, it'll go right to your channel.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what, you know what I would do? I would almost like take screenshots of the chat so that I can go back to people's channels after, because yeah, you can't click on them. If you're not a moderator, you can't. So yeah, it's hard.
And then he realized that he had seen me when he was showing my page because he saw you. And then he said, oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He said, I was a guest on your show, but we trade channels.
Right.
So next week it will be Dawn.
Yes.
And so on and so forth. So
yeah.
we just yammer on about stuff that's happening. And if you want to talk about stuff in the chat, that's fine. If you want to drop your own links, we don't care. And we just try to avoid super controversial topics. So yeah. And if you want to occasionally invite panel to come up, chatters to come on the panel, and our requirement is that you're kind and you have clothes. And basically, yeah, we don't want to see your naked body.
No, no naked bodies.
And do you remember Steph from California? The Steph sells something.
Stuff by the seashore.
Yeah. She's getting close to 2,000 subscribers. She's like at about 1,800. And I saw her there. Actually, I saw her there the other time, but like she's very popular. So she was like chatting with everybody she knew.
And I haven't been
like this because we travel. What?
I said I haven't been to Kevin's in a bit since we're moving and everything, but I need clothes are required here. Definitely.
Yes.
Oh, Steph, honey, I'm gonna send you an email. When are you gonna come on our shows? Just asking for a friend.
You mean auction shows?
Yes.
Dawn, if the people who found me last night are interested, Dawn and Teresa, who's also in the chat, do a lot of auctions, and they do crafts, but they do auctions. And if you're interested in that kind of thing, you could check them out. They're on quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow we'll be on my channel for Dawn's Deals with Teresa.
Yeah, it's working to 300. So everybody, nice. I don't mind saying, go visit her channel. Maybe you can become friends with her. That would be nice. Maybe you could pick up at least, we have we got 15 people watching. So
thank you, Scarlett.
And if anybody's not, see, this is another thing someone said. People don't really ask for people to subscribe and hit the bell. So if you're here and you're not subscribed, please welcome. It doesn't cost anything. You can.
Steph says, just so you know, they've been dressing in layers. For
almost a week. A 125 snow record. So where is she from?
We're in the 30s here. So I just want you to know.
Dressing in layers. I've been dressing in layers since the summer.
Suzy always dresses in layers.
Yeah, well, I'm cold. Well, last night I was wearing a ski hat in the house and I had a blanket over me. And as soon as I got warm, I fell asleep. It was weird. And it's not even that it's
cold bringing the dogs up. I'm not used to that. My body's not set up for this. It's not a good thing.
I hear something crunching.
Y'all hear the train? Hey, Elizabeth.
What are you crunching on? Roxy's taken to be like eating things she shouldn't be eating. I hear her crunching a lot, and there was nothing fed to her. So I don't understand what she's like. She tore. Remember that? Do you remember I was raving about the Bark Box toy they got and how great it was made? Let me show it to you.
Is it destroyed?
And not only did they take everything out of it, they turned it inside out. Holy moly. So maybe I should, Bark Box, if you're listening, maybe you should replace my toy. That's all I'm saying.
Right. That's so funny.
They really got to it.
Right. All right, Steph, I'm gonna hold you to it. Look, it's been so crazy. Let me tell y'all what I did.
What?
Like, I was hysterical yesterday. Yesterday was a day. So I go to my shop to mail Steph's package because the day before I had sent something to Teresa and I sent Robin's package out. Robin bye. So I get there and Robin's package is still there. And Stephanie's was gone. So I sent Robin Stephanie's package.
So Stephanie here?
Yeah, Stephanie's here. So I sent Robin a thing. I said, Robin, it's not your package coming, but and then now I have Robin's package today, but the post office is closed. So I sent Robin you know, you can send the link for the you can send the link for your label. What is that?
There's a rock.
Oh, okay.
Roxy is now into rocks.
Right.
Why? And I've seen these in her mouth before. Why are you eating rocks? That's bad for your teeth.
So anyway, I sent Robin the link for a new label. So she'll send Steph's package to her. And
it's a mess.
At least I didn't send two people the wrong. I've done that before. Where I had to, I swapped them. Yeah, Robin is good people.
That's your silver lining. I mean, I've had that happen, and I've corrected it. But once I waited about 2 weeks.
Feel bad, you know, that you do that. Makes you feel bad.
Nikki is at 918 and she's trying to get 1,000. I'm surprised that Picky Nikki.
Surprised Picky Nikki has not.
Because she's
is that what we're talking about, Picky Nikki?
I
would have thought she'd have been at 1,000.
I'll just say hi to Elizabeth, and I'm saying Picky Nikki is adorable, and she's so kind and sweet. And I have been on auctions with her. I stopped auctioning, by the way, for now and maybe forever. But she is so nice. And quite frankly, I don't know how she does it. Some of her stuff is very, very well priced for the quality. I mean, regular. If you're buying, let's face it. If you're buying low end jewelry, you're gonna probably get low end jewelry. But if you're buying good jewelry, it's good. So that's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, but she's very nice and she's so sweet and she's very kind. I like her a lot. Right. She's got good deals. She does. I mean, I sell jewelry, so when I'm on with her, it's a little bit, oh no. She's gonna sell it for what I paid for it. It's not gonna be
right.
I can't do well. But if I come back, I'll probably be trying to sell things like jewelry. Because basically what I have now. And it's easier to deal with, I think. Probably. Maybe probably to ship. Once I get we're trying to set up things. I'm talking to you off of a plant stand. We don't have anything set up. So, and
we have boxes all over this house right now. And to think I have to do it one more time.
Well, we're still not done. We're not even close to it. And then we haven't finished painting here. And then we have to paint there. And we have a storage unit. I'm paying for a house there. We're paying for the house here. We're mostly here now. Yeah, it is easier to ship.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to ship. The thought, like when you were doing glass all the time, and I thought, not for me. Yeah. I mean,
most of my glass is now going to the booth, but I do some. I sold a set of glasses to Jane the other day. Not Jane literary, Jane doggone happy Jane. She's so cute.
Some of the people that are on your panel when you're selling that I don't really know. I know faces, but I don't really know because I might have missed their introduction. I'm like, is that the woman that lives in
Pennsylvania in the mountains?
Pennsylvania in the mountains. She's really cute.
Yeah, she is sweetheart.
Okay.
So we got somebody new on with us Friday.
Who?
Crystal Lewis
I don't.
is going to be on with us.
Crystal Lewis? I don't know. I haven't heard about the name.
And Randy, I think. Yeah, Randy will be on with us.
Well, that sounds good. You should get a
Yeah.
whole bunch of new people. Oh, I think it's nice when people have like a new person because
Yeah.
I mean it's
Well,
not just that.
Sharon was on with us. Was it last week or week before? And she was new for us. Yes, Crystal Clear TV. Yes. And Sharon was on. I didn't realize Sharon was in Canada, but she is. So that was fun.
If I let me ask you a question. If people from Canada know my photography, because on the other social networks, I'm a photographer, not a chit-chatter or a reseller. Can I say I'm when they say like, oh, I'm world renowned? I mean, like, if I could include another country, people see my work from England and there's actually a lot of Scottish photographers who I follow now. Anyway, I'm on
You say you're world
Threads.
renowned, I guess. I don't know. What's the rules there?
I'm going to ask if anybody wants to go to Threads and check out, they can find me. I think it's Susan and Trixie or Suzy Woozy, I think. But it's mostly Susan and Trixie.
There's Miss Hayes.
Hey, I was going to say Hennifer Hayes.
Hennifer
Hayes. Jennifer. Hi.
Jennifer. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Tony. We haven't said anything to each other.
I even got a wave.
You got away.
You got a wave.
Oh, he's getting friendly.
That Pennsylvania air.
Maybe I'll sell my paintings. I can sell rocks from Roxy.
Rocks from Roxy.
Genuine Pennsylvania.
Well, can you paint the rocks from Roxy? Hey,
No,
purple.
They're the size of less than a fingernail. I mean, they're small.
Right.
But I've heard her crunching a few times, and I found rocks on the floor. She's taken to a strange habit now. Hi, purple.
Oh no, Jennifer.
What is she saying?
Oh, she said she had to drive home from her doctor's appointment,
Wow.
and she almost missed it.
I was soaking wet 15 minutes before we started. So if I keep doing this, it's because my hair's wet, and I'm trying to make it dry.
I don't know. We were talking about Joe yesterday and said we miss her.
I don't know if I said hi to Angie specifically. Hi,
but
Angie.
Lindsay Ann did say that she was okay.
Okay, Lindsay.
That's right. No texting and driving.
I'm getting the hiccups, so I apologize in advance. They're very loud if they start coming out loud.
Yeah, and that app really works, Jennifer, because Marie had it and her insurance was really cheap, and then John took her car. We need to say no more.
My eyes are opening. You haven't talked to me in a while. I haven't caught up on all the little.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Are my glasses changing color inside? They almost look like they're getting.
I don't know. I'm in front of the window, so mine might be a little bit of
Me
tinted.
too. I didn't tell Tony about the turkeys yet. Tell Tony about the turkeys today. Let's alliterate.
Yes, that's who she's got, Jennifer. Yeah, it said she was driving 90, and she goes, "Oh, that was my brother." Yeah, but it made her insurance go up like big time.
This is the thing about certain insurances. It's not that their initial rates are good. Sometimes you can look online, and some of them you can see how much they jump up per incident. And Progressive, which advertises, oh, we have these great deals, their insurance jumps up a lot per incident. So
Right.
just know, I think, what's the one where they go, da, 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 Farmers. Farmers is good. Erie is good. From what I read, I don't know, your mileage may vary on that, but Progressive also, I had a problem with State Farm once. So I called them, like, how they said, like a good neighbor, I used to call them like a bad nightmare. But ultimately,
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, you need insurance. So
Yeah. So, G, how's it going, G? You
the
back? Like you got all your stuff set up to back to listing and things.
I'm just laughing. I don't know if
I'd like to know. I haven't seen Chris in a while, although I haven't been to Chris's channel either. I haven't been to anybody's channel. It's been
has
so crazy.
anybody seen Chris around in the chat? He might be here. Oh, for all we know. Are you here, Chris? Say hi. Oh, you've had State Farm since you're
I'm gonna
18?
have to go shopping in Baton Rouge. Maybe I'll run into him over there.
We moved out here. My dad was very old school, and he said, know your insurance agent. He goes, if you can sit in front of your insurance agent, it's always a good thing if you like them, you could talk to them. He said, because if you're online, you're just numbers. You're like,
Right.
what's your number?
Right.
And what's your policy? You know, so there's an agency that's maybe like 8 miles away from here. We went there, and it's weird because our insurance agent, the people who lived here before us, I said, we went to the Apple place, and he said, it's called Apple Insurance. And he said, yeah, that's my agent too. And I thought, that's strange. Well, I mean, I thought it was really an interesting coincidence.
Just a local little thing.
But that's the thing. I mean, like, how many? There's other agents around.
Right.
Yeah, it's good to know your agent in general. And my dad was very, very old school. So I think about him sometimes when he always said, if you can, if glass coverage is like $20 a year, get it. Because if somebody breaks your windshield, that's a lot of money. And he goes, and if you're driving behind like trucks and something bounces out, it could make a ding and they'll, replace it with a. That's a good thing to have. So I'm just sharing what my dad told me.
Heck yeah. So now I have to go back to Mom's today to wash clothes.
Oh, Jane says she's getting all her stuff done before her insurance runs out. Good idea. I have a problem with finding people to go to. I paid a lot of money to the dentist in advance, and that's making me a little bit nervous. A lot of money. They wanted 60% of my fake tooth up front. That's a lot. I like to pay as I go. Do something, I'll pay you on the way in, so you know I got it. But I don't really want to pay like 4 weeks in advance.
Right. Exactly. Well, oh, gee, that sucks, huh?
Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Jennifer, was it yesterday y'all went to get your daughter's pump, or is that another day? How'd it go if you went?
I need to step out for a second.
Sure. So it's cold here, y'all. I'm not used to that here. It's not supposed to be freezing here at all. So what everybody's got planned today? I have an exciting day. I'm going to wash clothes at my mom's because we don't have our wash and dryer set up yet. Got to do that this weekend. So I'll sit at mom's, wash clothes, and crochet. My husband calls it yarning. He goes, oh, you're yarning? Men. Not all men, G. Not all men. He thinks it's funny. He's a hot mess. It's cold there too. Yeah, we were like low 30s yesterday. I don't know what it is now. It was like, I think high 30s. Girl, they didn't even start on my house. I thought Angie had asked me that when Suzy was talking. So they said they were going to start in January. And as of this moment, they have not started yet. And I don't want to call them because I'm going to be a Karen. I know it. I can't help myself. So my husband, I told him he better call to keep it nice.
What did I miss?
Oh no, and we were talking. They asked me when was the house going to be done. I'm like, shoot, they didn't even start.
Well,
And if I call them, I don't want to be a Karen if I call them, but I got a feeling that's what's going to happen.
don't think of it as a Karen. Think of it as you deserve answers for your questions. Squeaky wheels get grease. People that are very passive and don't say anything, they're the ones that might get it. Like maybe they have 5 things going on. Maybe that person will be 5th. Why can't you be 1st or 2nd? I mean, I say, I don't think it's Karen. You're looking, be your
Yeah,
own advocate. And as long as you're not like really, you're not that kind of person to be like,
no,
you're this organization is horrible. You're going to say,
yeah,
let me know. I need to have my house.
right. Well, I sent them an email. Last time I'm like, look, I said we're on top of each other at my mom's, and it's just not a good situation. I need to know what's,
Yeah, you
what's
do.
what.
And I mean,
So
not knowing things, no matter what it is, whether it's like when they're going to start with that, like if you sell a house, you want to know when the closing is. Like it's just,
yeah,
I'm very impatient for the unknown. I don't want to wait for test
yeah,
results if I have a test. And
right. So he said January. That was the answer I got. January.
well, but they said that you were going to have your new house by New Year's, and it's
Yeah,
already
well, that didn't happen because they
right.
made us hurry get out. They tore it down, and then it's just sitting there. It's almost a month now that they haven't started.
Look at what Jane wrote. It's true.
I
You
know.
ask
You know
direct
what? I
questions,
will.
and you say, like, I'm homeless now and I need to know so I can make arrangements because things are really, I don't want to be sleeping in my driveway in my car. And,
Right.
you have to understand that, period. Don't let them know that you just got a room at your
Well,
doors.
Jennifer, I think that's what's going to have to happen. Right. It's like January 9th already and nothing. They could at least say, hey, look, we're going to start on whatever day they plan to start.
They better start. Yeah, I mean, like, quite frankly, definitely, yeah, get them moving. Because once they start, hopefully it'll be quick,
Right.
If it is that they just, I mean, sometimes they do prefabs and they just like kind of hook them all up together.
I don't know.
You don't
I
know?
haven't seen one go up, but there is one in Garyville where we live. And it's like probably at least a foot or more higher than mine was already.
Well, the prefab houses, when they put the siding on, you can't tell that it was a prefab from
Mm-hmm.
outside.
Right. It is already the 9th. And we
Yeah,
passed by there day before yesterday, and it was,
still nothing.
yeah.
When it's Thursday, I mean, I would call. I would want to know.
Yeah.
I would say, can you please get this ball rolling for us? We're having, I have I have a large family and we need a place to live. It's very hard and complicated right now.
Hey, John Lucas.
Hi, John. How are you?
Yeah, I want you to tell you I got a package in from John. That was so sweet.
That
It's
was
a
nice.
when I don't have it, I think I left it at my mom's. I put it in somewhere so I wouldn't forget it, and I forgot it.
I
It's
saw the unboxing. It was nice.
Yes, it's a little giraffe Kleenex holder and some giraffe earrings. Thank you, John. That was so sweet. Too sweet.
It was nice when
Very,
people
very
think
kind.
about you.
I know, right?
Are you in California? Yeah, obviously, I bet
Oh
you're.
no. Are you safe, John?
It was terrible news. Oh! No! Just digging. Get that digger out of that hole.
Yeah, I mean, right, G? It's like
Just digging in a hole.
Just like get out, get out, get out. Then they tore the house down and now it's just sitting there.
I mean, yeah, if you didn't need to really, if they weren't going to do the work, you could have stayed put for another month. I don't know. I'd be pissed. I'd be carrying.
Yeah. Wait, Sean.
I mean, I wouldn't want them to block my number, but I would call, quite frankly, often. I'd be like, hey,
Thank you, hon.
I'm now homeless. Let me have a
I know
home.
I saw my, I have everybody's on Life 360 in my family. So I got a notice that my husband was at home, which is where our house was. So I don't guess he saw anything because he didn't call me.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, John, how close were you to the fires? I mean, are you safe?
I heard it went from. I mean, look, forgive me if I don't know that Hollywood is Los. It's Los Angeles. Is Hollywood in Los Angeles or is it adjacent to Los Angeles? Because I don't really know how it works over there.
Oh, can you get my drink out the freezer?
Well,
yeah.
Roxy's definitely an anxious dog in general because she doesn't like gunshots or thunderclaps or, any loud noise or bang. But when they're here, they play a lot. And I see that they're having more interaction. They're getting more exercise and they're having more fun. But
yeah, baby. Yes,
she's always dug holes. And now there must be some kind of tasty, it looks like charcoal. Well, I'm in coal country. Maybe it's like little pieces of coal that she's finding.
Okay.
And maybe it's tasty to her. I don't know. But I found these little pieces. They look like black little pieces of coal.
Oh, I know. I got a question. What can you do with acorns? They're all over Marie's yard.
You can roast them.
I can roast them?
That's a chestnut. Well, I don't know. I think you can make like if you know how your mom does these like flower arrangements, you can make a spray. Is that what they call it? Like when you like glue on like little acorn. You could paint them. I'm sure crafters do like YouTube. What can you do with acorns? There's probably a ton of stuff that you could do with them.
They're teeny tiny.
Do you remember as a kid, maybe it was different down there, we used to find acorns that were huge, unless we were just smaller. I don't know. We used to find these big, big acorns, and now the acorns seem like half the size. So I'm wondering what happened.
I went on a thing, and some of them were, they painted like little faces on them, like they had little hats and faces.
That's cute. That's really cute. Well, there's Stephanie.
Oh, wait, look, acorns can be used a variety of purposes, including eating them as a snack by roasting them, grinding them into flour, and make bread, pancakes, using them to create acorn coffee. Ew. Look, Sean went look it up.
There's one kind of acorn that has, I don't know if it's from the red oak or the white oak, but one is more edible than the other. So if there's a lot, I
don't know what. Oh,
it's
this is just the
one. Because
these are just the standard old
the squirrels would have.
They're all over. When you go walk in the front yard, you couldn't walk there barefoot because it would be very
hurtful.
Hurtful, huh? Painful to do that. What you looking at, baby? So Precious got a haircut yesterday. They left her pigtails. Her ears are so long.
I think it's adorable. I think it would be cute with like a little
bow.
A little bow.
My husband told me I can put all the bows and clothes on Bella that I want, but not Precious.
Precious is the one.
Deer eat them there. Well, they're just sitting there. I mean, occasionally a squirrel will come by and eat some, but
Sean, look up if.
Sean went to call his dad.
I was gonna say, look up which acorn is the one you can eat and one you can't eat, and you could tell by the leaves, perhaps.
Don't mess with my acorns. And I was outside. I went and walked Bella, and I was like, what can I do with these?
We didn't have too many acorns. We had a big, big oak tree in the other yard. And I didn't see a lot of acorns, so they must have been the kind that the squirrels eat. I'm guessing. Is there still a dog outside?
Well, there's multitudes of them, John. So I wouldn't be stealing their food because there's lots, and we don't have that many squirrels here that I've seen.
He said he got
Oh, because it said he was at home.
take care of it.
And John, it was nice putting a face with a name.
Oh, you got to see.
Yeah,
John.
I was such an amateur at Johnny's members fire, his fire rounds. It was pitiful. I was sitting at the built-in desk, and okay, all right, Seth. So I was in the it was dark and the camera was flipped. So when I would show some, it was like I couldn't find the it was pitiful. Do you hear me? I felt like it was my first auction. It was so bad. Like probably if I went back to watch it, I'd be laughing hysterical. Like it was embarrassing. I was so embarrassed. It was
one of the last auctions I did, I couldn't get onto StreamYard with my iPad, which I used all the time whenever I had been on a sale. And I signed on with my phone. And, that was one of the sales where you get like 20 minutes.
Right. There's Kevin. Hey, Kevin.
I could hardly do it. Hey, Kevin. I've been to Kevin's lives now twice. I found them. I'm not online a lot. I was on the road. And when I got back here, I saw he was going on. So I stopped by.
What time are you going on today, Kevin?
He has a lot of, was it at 12 o'clock, did I see? Thanks for stopping by. Kevin's here.
Saturday. Oh, he's not on until Saturday.
Okay.
I know. It's like I can put the notifications on. And I don't get unless I check it's weird. It's like it doesn't.
Can I tell you, I used
Mr.
to put,
Stephanie.
Hi, Mr. Stephanie. I had all of my notifications on, and then they would start blocking each other because if you're like at 8 o'clock, a lot of things would start happening, and it would be boop, 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 like over each other, and I'm like, and then that's the bar. It comes on like where I try to type, and if I'm looking stuff up. So I had to kind of change the way I get notifications.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bad.
Right.
But anyway, I couldn't see every notification for sure. But I mean, like I'm following several thousand people, I feel.
Oh, so you're gonna get maybe a toy poodle, Angie? Bella, y'all wait till y'all see Bella. She's naked. Her little top, everything is gone. Her ears.
I'm gonna have to consider getting a poodle mixed dog next time if I get another dog because the hair.
Well, you can get a golden doodle.
Crazy. They're kind of big. A mini golden doodle would be really cool. Like a miniature poodle mixed with a golden.
The miniature poodles are about the miniature poodles are about knee height. That's
okay. I'm okay with like.
I would think that would be the smallest that would be able to breed with a golden.
The way they used, from what I heard, that they would.
Hi, John. You too.
Take care. Sometimes they, there's like second generations and third generations, and I think they could eventually make them smaller somehow. I don't know.
Right.
It's hard to have breeding stock. And you want your breeder to have like varied, I'm going to call it studs because they have dams and studs and anyway. But I know that they had mini golden doodles because one of them escaped their yard in New Jersey and I caught it. I asked it to come. I said, let's find your home. Come in the car. The dog just jumped right in my lap. And then it started like hugging me. And I thought, how loving is this little dog? But I found its mommy and gave it back. And she's like, you have my dog? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, I didn't even know it was missing. And then I thought, That's sad. Yeah, I
Well,
left for 2 hours.
right.
Anyway,
Precious. I don't need a bath,
I guess
honey.
they were busy painting or something. They weren't, but that dog was running for the woods. So at some point I drove around. It didn't really look out the window. I get excited by any house. So I decided to take it on a walk near where I found it. And it appeared to like be interested in like one corner. So anyway, there was a local website called Nextdoor, and just doing some detective work. We found
Okay.
it's fun.
He and Jay said her father's side of the family was from Jersey. She loves your accent.
My accent is technically the Bronx. It's really like I lived in New York City. I can't stand hearing myself on the videos. Tony has a Jersey accent. It's similar, but not. He said I sound very New Yorky. And
Yeah, especially when you're mad or you're excited.
excited. It gets high pitched, and it's like he says you sound like you're from a gangster movie or something. Did you ever see Saturday Night Fever? It's been a while, but they were talking like, everything was like, hey, I'm gonna be there in like an hour and some cents or something. And they were always talking like that. And I said, people don't really speak like that in New York, do they? And then I got a job in Queens and they all spoke like that. So I knew, oh my, wow.
Right. You know what cracks me up is when people not from here try to, like, NCIS New Orleans. Those are the fakest accents that I've ever heard of in my life.
Really
Bella!
Well,
Bella!
we're watching one show where some guy has an accent. I said he kind of sounds like a mix between Boston and Brooklyn, but he's from Boston. And I'm like, I don't know how the other Boston people that I met sounded different, a little bit different.
Here you are, my baby. Come on.
But he's playing a gangster, so maybe he's putting on like a New Yorkie.
Come on, baby. She's naked like a little rat. Her little top knot, her ears, her beautiful ears. And she grows back fast.
Hi, Bella.
Hello.
I think she was cute. I would get used to it. But she doesn't look as poodly, obviously.
Okay, be
Poodles
careful.
are really smart.
They are smart.
Well, P&J's Homestead Adventures. You're from New York State. And when I don't know. For a while, I was trying to control the way I speak, and I was trying to hide my New York accent. And I went to actually Hershey Park around here. It's in Harrisburg, and I got stuck on a ride for 2 hours. And the people that were in the cup, it was like one of these things that go up in the air, and it was scary. They were from Ohio, and hi Glenn. The way they spoke was so different from the way we speak. They were calling soda pop. She's like, I wish I had a pop, and I'm like, you don't have a father, kind of. She's like,
right.
No drink.
My dad used to say that. You want some pop?
That's funny.
Well, I mean, I don't think we have an accent either. But it's when you're talking to each other and you don't hear your accent because it sounds normal to you.
It's pretty bad. I hear it when I watch like a playback, even a short. Someone said apparently I've forgotten even what I put out on YouTube Land, and I have a short from 3 years ago about a snowstorm, and I started singing, and people. So I'm like, I was singing, so I had to listen.
Yeah. Well, here it's like, you want a Coke? Yeah. What kind? Everything's a Coke here. Want a Coke? Yeah.
We say soda. You want a soda?
Hey, Danny and Lorraine.
Hi, Danny and Lorraine. How were you? They're not blue. Let me go back.
You must have met some people at Gavin's.
All right. Why am I not seeing this? I don't see him on here.
You don't see him on there.
She's already to go back.
I see him, but I can't help you, honey.
Yeah.
What?
I told her she's already to go back.
Oh, something's really bad. How do I reload?
Go like down. Watch your thing go fall.
Belle, you're caught in my yarn, Belle.
Now,
Come on. Go.
Everything's a Coke.
Come on.
Yeah. Hey, y'all want a Coke?
can Danny and Lorraine?
Come
Do what?
Okay, now I see them. For some reason, my phone wasn't loading comments for several minutes, so I missed
Okay.
it, but now I see them.
All right. So are you Danny or are you Lorraine? Oh, she's from Canada.
You're from Canada.
Canada.
Welcome. Sorry.
Right. It is, right? It's Lorraine.
Do you say like we're doing a project? They say project, not project. I love watching those. Like if I see an HGTV and they go, our next project, and I'm like, they must be Canadian.
Yeah.
Yes, Jane is from Canada.
And
I saw your video,
and
Jane.
Claudette is from Canada, and somebody else that came in was from Sharon is Canada, so, and Scarlett is from Wales.
I gotta make it fit.
What? Oh, boo boo.
Oh, Newfoundland. I probably said it wrong. I've been there actually. I've been to the Maritime.
You can give me one that fit.
A long time ago.
You can't wear that, baby. That's the only size they have.
Yeah, probably 1979.
Oh my god.
I'm old.
It's not gonna work.
I'm really old. When I went to,
This ain't gonna work.
we stopped in Halifax on a tour of that general area, and I know that
This ain't,
that's Nova Scotia and it's not Newfoundland, but
I can't get it.
They gave Marie an overall to wear. That's like way too small for her.
anyway, a lot of it was not built up at all, and it was really fun to drive around and not see anything for miles and miles and miles.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw a gas station that was also a place to eat and a general store. And we're eating there, and a little girl comes in dragging her cat while we're eating, and she's like, "Hi, this is Elizabeth." And I thought that was so adorable that she came into the restaurant with her cat to show us her cat. Oh my, that was sweet. And the poor cat, she was like holding it by the upper arm area, and it was as tall as she was, kind of. She like dragging. It was cute, adorable. What's Screech? How's the Screech? Is that a kind of alcohol? Because she says maybe too early in the day.
I don't know.
And then she said last time I had it was 20 years ago. Is this some kind of cocktail? Screech.
Oh, rum. Right? Or rum?
Oh, it's
a very strong rum.
You betcha alcohol. if anybody, I literally was I was dumping bottles of alcohol down the sink because we don't drink anymore. And it's like, I figured, why am I moving alcohol? I don't drink. So we saved all the wine because we're going to re-gift it. Sorry. I mean, it's sad. I found a bottle of gin that I didn't know I had. I don't think I.
And then say hello.
Oh, give me a second.
Build it
I got clothes on.
I used to like gin and tonic. Now I like vodka and tonic, but I usually have it only at a party once every 2 or 3 years.
Mhm.
Alcohol makes me feel weird, like very strange. Like I feel it doesn't mix well with me.
What's not to shoot?
She's like, hi, how are you?
A little bit bummed out
They gave her. She's supposed to go on one of the ships today
to do tubing.
to do some stuff, and they gave her a set pair of uniform overalls that would probably fit a 10-year-old.
So it's not like she could put on some shapewear and
So
stuff.
now no. I mean,
And it's like kind of sad because
she's
you
the
have
only woman in this thing. Okay,
yeah,
you
but
would think.
yeah, they would have big ones. I mean, they might be long in the leg, but she probably would
Everything's
have
long
one.
in the legs for her because she has no legs. But
Come on, Belle, stop. Come on, baby, I gotta go.
Belle's like, I want to play. I want to play.
I mean, there was a time when I had to wear a uniform. I worked at McDonald's when I got working papers, like 14 years old.
So you can't use a clothespin to close. I mean, it was like all this was open.
And then the not the foot.
So
And can she wear like something under till she gets to work? Will they have?
I mean, no, it was like very tight everywhere.
Can she get a replacement right
But
away?
that was all they
or
had. They're gonna have to order you one, Marie.
I know, just
It's just
PJ is
she's kind of bummed because she wanted to
wanted to learn.
she wanted to learn what to do on the ship today.
PNJ's Homestead Adventure is putting Suzy on the big screen at Tuber Chat. He's putting my little. Do they have separate links for each segment in that show? I'm like kind of.
I'm making
when it comes to like links and doing stuff on the internet. Like if honestly, Dawn does all the. I can't really do anything.
Yeah, I'm making face scrubbies, cotton face scrubbies.
I'll probably be back.
All right, honey, be careful. Love you.
I think it's nice that you found something to do with your hands. I just rub paint off them.
I tell you what, though, I found it very relaxing. Like I don't have to think. I can just do.
Jane asked if I was being interviewed. No, but somebody bought me a membership. Somebody donated some memberships, and because I got a membership, and it was very nice to the person who donated, they put us on a wheel, I guess, and I got picked. It was late in the show, and I mean they started going pretty fast then, but I was grateful because I don't really I mean, this is what we do. This is the only consistent thing. I occasionally put out shorts, and sometimes they turn into videos because I filmed them the wrong way.
Right.
But this is what we do consistently. Every other week I have a live on my station. And
I just told Teresa this morning that I want to do make a granny square purse. They are so cool looking.
Nice.
So I think I'm gonna do that, but I'd like to make the bigger squares. It's like it's like 3 squares. They take 2 and fold them in half this way and 1 and fold it in half this way. And it's like this, but then it's like a V in the middle.
I got a question. How do you sew them together with yarn, or do you sew them together with thread?
Yarn.
I used to make squares back in the day, and I had a big stack of them, but I didn't know how to sew them together. And then when I moved the last time, I threw them in the donation bag, which was sad because I had big.
Yeah. Well, I think I've made granny squares years ago. So Lorraine, I just started crocheting. I did in the past, and then I stopped, but wasn't very good at it. So I did these, and I've been selling them like 3 in a pack, and I put them in a little organza bag and selling them in the hey Jessica, selling them in in our auctions. So I had to finish up Nana Tink's order, and then
It would be nice if you sold multiples at a time, because sometimes you throw them in the washing machine, I guess, and you'll have
well,
out.
she bought one of each color yesterday, so that was very kind of Nana. But I put them in the little organza bags.
I was selling my organza bags at the last auction I did because I didn't
So I
think
put them in the little bags,
they're cute.
3 in a bag.
That's a nice
Yeah,
3 in a bag, and it's in the bag. So it's a nice little gift.
yeah.
That's like a nice little thing to have.
But I want to put some in my booth.
The only person I consistently talk to here in Pennsylvania that's a woman is the Amish lady, and I would be scared that would be too fancy. They like plain things. If it was like beige, it would be plain.
I got beige.
The organza, she's weird. I bought her some. She says she loves chicken livers, and one of her sons loves chicken livers. And obviously, if they cook a chicken, they get one little liver. It's like
Right.
over it. So I said to her, I see them often. I'll get you some. If I see it. We went to a butcher shop, and I bought her a pound and brought it over, and she's like, I'm gonna pay you. And I said, no, it's okay. It was just a pound of chicken liver. And then she said, I'll give you a dozen eggs. And I'm like, that's a good deal, because the eggs are going up in price a lot.
Sean said I kicked him out the frame. That's because Miss Suzy makes us do it big so you can't see you. See, if I would do this.
He can move over. Why doesn't he sit to the left more? You want to be on. You want to be on.
Scooch over.
Scooch over. Why do I look short today?
I don't want to be in the whole frame.
You don't want to be in the whole frame.
You want to be in half of the frame.
Okay, I'm at Lorraine, put your link for that. I'll check it out. And then we're gonna have people pop on and like crochet and whatever your thing is with us when Teresa and I are gonna bring up that thing, and Suzy. So yeah.
What about the hot flashes? She did a hot flashes video and she got views. Is that what she means? Or she's just getting hot flashes?
I don't know. My hot flashes have eased up.
Lately, I don't speak chat. Sometimes, it's hard.
Okay, Dumple Daisy crochet. Cool.
Really cool. I think it's nice when people. Kevin was saying he has multiple YouTube channels, and he said they're growing, but he felt like maybe if he had one channel and stuck with just one, like, and had different aspects of it, he felt like maybe it would be very popular more than just. But you never know. And I think it's like, do you remember what happened with Johnny? Like, something happened and they shut him down for a while and he started up again. I mean, I think it's nice sometimes to have multiple channels if you want to do this as a job. I think it's more practical in a way. And then if you do one on, let's say, cooking, and one on homesteading, and one on crafting, then people can find the niche that they like.
Mm-hmm.
Niche. That's hard for me to say.
Well, welcome back, Stephanie.
Welcome back. Yeah, it is good info. And he was interviewing someone who has like over 10,000 followers. And he said, I only put my membership for $199. And then he goes, and I change out my stickers all the time. And that's what he was saying. And he goes, and people were enjoying doing like the holiday ones, like for Halloween and then for Christmas. Yeah. And then now he'll put like, I don't know what he's putting.
Right.
But
I'm not, I put some new ones out on mine, but you can only have, it depends on how many members you have as to how many stickers you can have.
Oh, well, he said he had like 600 members. So that.
Oh, well, dang. He must have like a bunch of, emojis. Mine only, I only had like 8 of them or something like that.
I was struggling. My first 400 followers were like boom, boom fast. And then the last getting from 400 to 450 is like pulling teeth. I
Mhm.
don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Last I checked this morning early, I was at 612. It's like slow. I go up one or two.
you know, for some reason, I've been like on Threads for a couple weeks now, and I've already
Hey, John.
I have like the same amount of followers. Why is it not moving on my phone?
Hmm?
Put them on the chat.
No, I didn't send Grandma the link.
Oh, I did not do
Oh,
that.
well, send it to her.
I don't know.
So
how to do
you're
that.
saying hi, John? Who's
Dad's Vintage Garage.
I don't know how to
Oh,
do
hi,
that.
John. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names. I'm so bad. The other day,
How you do that?
Dawn, I almost took myself to like a clinic because I couldn't. I felt so. I couldn't think of any word. And when I watch television, I can't remember the name of any shows. And I have a friend who is really into television, and he was asking me, "Have you seen this? Have you seen that?" And then I had to stop and say, "Tony, did we see that?" And he's like, "Why do you keep asking me these questions?" And I'm like, "You have to be like, they're seeing eye dogs. He has to be my remembering brain man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember stuff." And I also have ADD, so I either don't watch the beginning and then I watch the middle or the end, or sometimes I watch the beginning and then I get distracted in the middle and then I come back at the end. And it's
Right. So you hit share.
I almost have to sit with like on my hands and have no social media around me and try to focus. Sad. I used to go to the movies and I'd watch a whole movie. Tony's my portable Rolodex. He is. I remember certain things that he doesn't remember, which is interesting because it's strange. Like I remembered all the little towns we looked at houses in, and I remember the restaurants we went to, and I remember those kind of things. And he doesn't have any clue. Like he doesn't remember that stuff. And even in the stores that we're driving around now, and he goes, "There was a store we went to. It was on the right side of the road." And I'm like, "No, the one you're talking to is on the left side." And then and he doesn't trust me because I don't remember TV shows, but I remember that.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm like a visual hearing kind of learner.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And anyway, but the TV shows, they all blend in together. They're all like,
Mm-hmm.
somebody got murdered and some detectives are trying to solve the murder, and or there's an assassin.
Look,
like it's
when
just
we're at my mom's, she would watch Hallmark Christmas movies all day, all year, all day, and they're all the same, except it's a different town and different names of the people, but it's the same people.
Sometimes she falls in love with 2 guys, and sometimes she falls in love with 3 guys. It's just similar.
Yeah, and then they have like a misunderstanding, and one leaves, and then she goes running, or he goes running and find them. It's the same story.
Well, I used to watch like the Bravo stations, and he's like, "How can you watch this drivel?" And then I see him watching black and white shows that he's seen 100 times, or watching, he's watching his things that I'm not interested in. So we all have a thing we like, When my friend told me she was really involved with the Real Housewives, I'm thinking, how can you watch that? And I watched a couple of them, and I got kind of like caught up in it. And I'm like, for some reason, I'm kind of interested in what's going to happen. But I guess it's like they live a life that I could never live. And it was funny. So there was one famous scene with the New Jersey Housewives where Teresa Giudice like flipped a table, and the term, like when she screamed, she yelled. I mean, if I say it, I might offend somebody, but it's not like you can't say these words. I'll just say what she said. She said, "Prostitution, whore," and she flipped a table in a restaurant. So I don't know. Sometimes, like if we're watching a movie and they say this woman was a sex worker, and I kind of do the Teresa, and I go, "Prostitution, whore." I'm fresh. I'm sorry.
Jennifer's
if I offended anybody, I apologize. Anyway, stop watching.
I don't watch TV.
Birthday boys in the house? Happy birthday. Who's birthday?
Who's the birthday boy?
I feel bad.
Did I miss something?
I missed a lot. Swamp, is it your birthday?
Glenn,
is it your birthday? Whose birthday is it?
Yeah, social services.
Birthday.
It's tough.
I got new comments. Let's see.
Glenn, happy
Glenn!
birthday, Glenn. You didn't say
Happy
anything. You
birthday!
snuck in here.
Are you still
Happy
here, Glenn?
birthday.
Glenn, are you still here? I'll sing.
Yes, he's still here.
To Glenn. Happy birthday to Glenn. Are you here? I don't want to sing if you're not here. You know,
I
when
think
does it
he's
gonna
here.
start breaking?
Oh no, Glenn, Teresa's singing.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Is he here? He probably
He
was.
was here.
He
He
probably
didn't say bye.
They didn't say happy birthday. I'm leaving.
He's at work, so he listens while he's working.
I'm getting itchy.
Who that?
Well,
Mr.
if he came
Glenn,
back,
it's his
there's a lot of
birthday
happy
today.
birthdays going on. It's nice when you get acknowledged on your birthday. Although it's way more
When?
fun when you're like a kid, I feel.
Yeah.
I once had a birthday cake go on fire when I was a child, and
Oh, really?
the magic of birthdays kind of like
Right?
that.
Yeah, if your kid and your cake goes up in flames,
And
that's
when
kind of
my mom left, she actually bought a bakery cake, and it had like you know how they have like that bakery tissue, like tissue paper they put and then they slide it into the box.
Yeah.
She pulled it out and left the tissue paper going up the side, and then she lit candles on the top, and it caught onto.
Oh God, no.
And then she had little like toothpicks to like cheapy little. I shouldn't say cheap, but yeah, like little. They look like cotton balls on toothpicks with like spray painted animals, and I thought it was really cute. And they caught on fire.
Oh my God, so traumatic.
It was. And then after that, I was like, when my friend's like, "Do you want to go out for your birthday?" I'm like, "Not really." And she's like, "How could you not want to go?" I'm like, I've been in restaurants where it's my birthday and they come out with the candle and they're coming toward me, and I go, "Oh, isn't that nice? My friends got me like some surprise." And then they go to the table right next to me. So it must be a popular time of year to have had kids. Anyway, it's happened to me twice in New York City. So I'm just saying, going out for my birthday is not that special. And now that I'm this age, I should probably be celebrating though.
Look, at my house, I usually have to cook my own dinner, and I bake my own cake. And well, last year my daughter-in-law bought me a chantilly cake for my birthday, so
that's sweet. Back in the day, my favorite birthday day was going to the movies, going out for Chinese food, and probably having a cake. And it was like good. I was like, I saw a movie in the movie theater. Got to have my Chinese food. I love my Chinese food. Now I like Chinese and Japanese. I like Thai food. I like Asian food. And then I can eat it several days during the week. And then Tony's like, "How could you eat so much Chinese food?" I go, "Why don't you ask a Chinese person how much Chinese food they can eat? They eat it every day." I mean, come on.
Right. It's like, how much Cajun food can you eat every day? I don't know.
Every day, quite frankly, I don't know.
I made some brownies last night.
You know how they used to have the phrase "all the tea in China"? I was listening to a video, and this one girl was saying, "What to stock up on before the tariffs start?" And she said, and she had all these boxes of 100 packs of tea, and she goes, "This is what I stocked up on because it comes from Asia." And I'm like, she's right.
Wait, Jane goes, "It's not Chinese food to Chinese.
Well,
it's just food."
She's right, but we've gone to places where they've had like pig intestine as like a meal choice, and like tongues of ducks and stuff. And he goes, "I don't feel comfortable eating at a restaurant that has pig intestine as like the special." And I'm thinking that's authentic Chinese food.
Right.
But yeah.
Look, people eat that here too, so. They put it in gumbo. Some of them.
I love curry.
Tripe
I wouldn't want
that is disgusting. Not this Southern girl. It stinks. It's nasty. I do not eat tripe, but some people put it in gumbo here. If you put tripe in your gumbo, let me know because I'm not going.
I'm going to tell you. I went to a Polish restaurant, and my friend ordered tripe soup. She says it's so delicious, and I had it, and it was good. But I don't see the point of like why. Why can't
Tripe and
you have
chitlins. That's where I draw the line. No.
if they clean it right and it's not spoiled? Why does it stink so bad? Well, Tony can't. He hates the smell of lamb, so he doesn't want to go to a Greek restaurant. He doesn't want to go to Mediterranean restaurants. And I'm like, you don't have to order the lamb. You know that. He goes, but if they cook it and it smells like lamb, it'll turn my stomach.
Right.
So I actually like.
I like the chicken. Is it
Lamb
shawarma salad? It's so good.
I like chicken tikka masala. It's probably the most fattening dish they have, but so good.
Yeah.
Love
I
it.
guess I like that salad. It's almost like a Caesar, kind of, sort of.
I would eat it. But there was a time when I started getting, there was like a little India in Manhattan, and we would joke because there was like restaurant, all Indian in one street on both sides of the street. And we would say like on each side of the street, there was one kitchen, and they would just run to each.
Maybe.
It would be funny. Anyway.
Steak and crabs. Steak. Oh, yes. Well, I'm sure we do the crab different than y'all do it, Elizabeth. But yeah, I could go for some good crabs right now.
I love a good steak. That's one of my favorite foods now. I never used to like it, but Tony loves meat. And I used to ask him, do you want meat? Like, would you want a hamburger or would you want a steak? He goes, you don't have to ask if it's beef. He goes, if I could die of beef poisoning, I'd be willing to die for that. So anyway, he loves beef, but I haven't been cooking chicken, and it's not because of that avian issue. I'm just not interested. It just I used to love chicken, and I hated fish, and now I'm eating a lot of fish and no chicken. I don't get it. Everything. And
they have a lot of places that do gluten-free in restaurants, Jessica. You just have to do some research, because I did gluten-free and I ate out occasionally.
Now I love seafood, but sometimes it makes me feel itchy, and I feel like I get red.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't eat seafood.
And I forgot the other day, and I ordered.
Is it all seafood or just shellfish?
Shellfish, and I think it's mostly crab, but I felt like I could eat shrimp for a while, but then I ate too much of it too close together, so it might be an iodine thing. But anyway,
I wasn't paying attention. I have to undo this whole thing.
Oh well. I ordered the shrimp taco last week, right before my dental appointment, and Tony's looking at me and he goes, your face is turning red. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you're getting a rash all over your nose and your cheeks. And I said, I wonder if it's shrimp. I wonder if it's shrimp.
Now,
I forgot that I shouldn't probably choose.
Well, maybe at least take some Benadryl before you go.
Yeah. I was doing the driving, but you're right. But I wasn't paying attention. And I even suggested going to the Red Lobster across the street as like a choice, because it's like, see, this is why I think I was like starting to like lose my marbles, because if I'm forgetting important facts, like I shouldn't be eating seafood.
Right.
That's a good one to remember.
Yeah, you think?
It doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, that would be hard here.
It would be really hard. And if I ever do go to Louisiana, we'll have to remember to have Benadryl for sure.
Yes.
Because I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it at the very least and see how it goes. Have to.
Even if you go into anaphylaxis.
It'll make the vacation that much more memorable.
That's right. That's right. Jesus.
My friend said I'm like one seafood platter away from an emergency room visit.
Yeah.
It's kind of right. I love scallops too. They're so good.
I used to work with this nurse, and she loved boiled shrimp.
I will.
And boiled crawfish. and she'd come to work and her lips, I'm not lying, y'all. They look like something off of a movie. And I'm like, she goes, it's okay, I'm gonna take a better drug.
Elizabeth wrote, Suzy, you should discuss your memory with the doctor next time you go in. And I said, yes, I should, but I have to remember to ask. We were talking about those memory ginkgo pills, and I said, if people have bad memories and they buy those
Hi,
pills,
Jessica.
are they gonna remember to take those pills? Come on. It's like, are they gonna remember they bought the pills? Maybe it's good for the company because you keep forgetting you buy it, so you buy it again.
Keep buying it, yeah, maybe.
You buy it. I need those pills. I'm gonna buy them. Then you have look in the cupboard. You have 10 of them. You're like, oh,
Right.
This is weird. I have issues with they call it dysgraphia and dyscalculia. So I can't type numbers correctly for the most part. And people will read off oh, your confirmation number is, and I start writing. Sometimes I'll start on the second number or the third number or the fourth number. And I don't know. Anyway, it's really bad. So I say, can I read that back to you? And I'll say, okay, I didn't write that. Let me write something else. And the other day when I sold something on Facebook Marketplace, I gave the person who was picking up the wrong address because I transposed the numbers because it was on a text. And I'm like, oh, this is hard. And it's not that I didn't remember where I lived. It's that I just typed it wrong. So anyway, it's hard for me when they give me these big things to fill out. I'm like,
look, I forgot to change my address on something I had ordered from eBay. Of course, I have no house on my property. So I'm like, they left it on the neighbor's porch, but thank God they did that. And I'm thinking, what are they going to do with my package? But I got it. They left it at the neighbor's house.
Okay, this is something. Remember I moved here and I thought I'm living now in a safe woods, like this valley, mountains. The postal worker, a postman, he drove up alongside of us the other day and he said, I just wanted to let you know that 2 of your neighbors have stopped getting their mail delivered to their box. And I said, why? And he said, because they have found that packages have been missing and mail is missing. Now, how would I know if a mail's missing? Because I didn't see it. If I'm not expecting.
I guess maybe something they were expecting or.
We put a holiday card in the mailbox for the mailman. And so I just said to him, did you get it? And he said, no. And I was like, those crooks stole. I know you're not supposed to give tips. We gave him a tip. And now I feel like I just felt bad about it. I mean, he said, don't worry about it. I go, yeah, I'm not worried about it, but I'm kind of worried. I'm worried that whoever, it's so sad that people will go through looking for cash. They got reinforcement because, and I was telling Tony we shouldn't do that. We should put it in he delivers packages sometimes to our deck. So I said, we should put it, here or hand it in person. It's that's my Bronx coming out because you would never put cash in an envelope. Anyway, it was sad. Oh yeah, I have that actually, Elizabeth. I had to go for my other address and I have to switch it over to here, or at least one of us in our, Tony should have it for here and I should keep, anyway, it was just sad. I just wanted to be able to think I lived in a place where I could leave my door unlocked and no one would come in. And the guy up the hill said, I never lock my doors. He said, it just keeps the good people out. The crooks are right. And I said, yeah, kind of have a point.
Yeah. Well, where this house is, it's, it's pretty safe, but they call it Divorce Alley because everybody that lived on the street at one point got divorced. So I told my husband, I said, "You got a good lawyer?"
You better interview him first. Give him $1 retainer so that they're your.
Right?
If you give him
Oh,
a
my
buck,
goodness.
you have to
That's
say
so
like, "Oh,
funny.
I heard you discussed stuff with your wife." Anyway, the check thing. I did get something in New Jersey that like it looked like it might have been a check, and I saw the little flap at the end open, and that used to happen in the Bronx all the time.
Mhm.
And I thought, ugh, why? It has to be, and it has to be from like it would be delivered that way, so somebody in the post office was doing it.
Yeah. I think they had a thing one time. It was like a racket, and it was this one post office in particular that was doing it. They were having that problem.
I'm glad you feel safe. I feel safe here, but
Hi, Purple.
if someone's going to start like stealing stuff out of your mailbox, now okay, it's not a super heavily trafficked road, and I don't know that I can actually see it unless I'm standing. Anyway, I know there's a couple Amish postal boxes there too, but we could put our trail cam on high enough in the tree so we could see it. I mean, we could if we were that concerned, we could probably snag the crooks.
Right.
Anyway, so P.O. box. We could get a
Yeah,
P.O. box.
we have a P.O. box.
We could get a locked mailbox. That's a possibility where we would need a key to open it.
See, I was worried down our street, but of course my box now is like this because the man who brought the bobcat ran over my mailbox. So I told the guy who's doing the builder, I said, your man who delivered the bobcat just ran into my mailbox, bent it, and he goes, "Okay, we'll put a new one up when the house is done." In the meantime, my mailbox is like, and I'll get nasty notes from the postman.
I'm just watching because Roxy's walking around outside. She sticks in the same spot. Maybe that's where the coal, maybe this tasty coal that she likes eating is at the bottom of this hole.
Oh, maybe. And maybe there's the rocks at the bottom of the hole.
Maybe there's minerals. I could blame it on everything. After the last trip to New Jersey, the last time she did regurgitate, which is not common. Give the nasty post notes to the builder.
Right. Yeah, because they'll leave like nasty notes, and you will not get mail if.
I mean, look, we could always get. I don't want it. I hate to say it. I've never had this situation because, obviously I didn't even have grass until I was in my 40s. So we now have a very long walk to the post box.
Mm-hmm.
But if we had to drive into town, the real town that has the post office is, I don't know, it's probably 5 miles. I almost want to say it's like 5 miles away. So it's kind of a pain in the neck. And I'm not saying we can't do it, but I wouldn't want to do it probably every day. I just know me. I wouldn't want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank God our post office at home, not here, but at home is around like on the next street.
But
hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Lindsay Ann. How's it going? If you drive from our town to where we go get the groceries along this main street, we see like about 4 post offices, and it's like in a 4-mile stretch. And I'm like, that seems like a lot to me,
right?
To have that many in such a small little area. But it seems like every 3 blocks it's a new town. So maybe each town gets one. I don't know.
Yeah.
The littlest town that's near here does not appear to have a post office or a library. All they have is a convenience. They have like a gas station and a store.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like some gambling machines. I want to say like in Pennsylvania, the gas stations have gambling,
Oh,
and
me too.
the guy who owns it told our neighbor that he goes, I make more money on the gambling than any other thing. So
I bet.
it's not designed for you to win, folks.
No, it's not. But they do it,
Yeah, they do it.
you know.
Oh yeah, they do it. I mean, it's sort of like you get one jackpot and it fuels you to like lose twice as much.
Exactly. To put all your money in there.
Really, it's a.
Sad.
My husband will not gamble, not a penny. He's so straight laced. He's such a square. I feel, but then he drives like a maniac sometimes. So
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Well, Gary is not really a gambler, but yeah, he does.
We saw a concert at a casino, and I saw the I saw the slot machine, and I'm like, can we? He goes, you're not gonna win it. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend my life savings. I want to spend like $20 at the most. You know,
Right.
I'll put him like $10, $20. I'll put like an amount in my head that I want to spend, and then I'm done. Well, he wouldn't let me.
Oh,
He also
really?
wanted to. No, he wouldn't let me. He wanted to leave, and he was right. If
Now, you say Garrett will play a table. I don't do that. So I can do a slot and lose $20 in 5 minutes, and he's still playing on the same $20 for like a couple hours. So
when I went to Las Vegas, I played on it. You know, now math's not my. Did I tell you, like, sometimes I have to start adding up with my fingers because I can't do it in my brain because my brain doesn't work. So I'm like, yeah, I was so stressed out, and I got.
well, that's what I don't like to play the tables either, because I can't add the cards that fast. Hey, Myra.
Well, so that's what happened. I had like the same card, and they said, can you you can split them and then start betting on both of the cards, and I did that, and I won those 2 hands. And I was so stressed out that I never went back. I was like, I'm done.
Oh my God.
But roulette, it seems like you could just put it on red. You could put it on black. Or
Right. Exactly.
Or you could put it in the 4 corners. So for some reason, I was there for quite a while with my, little stack of chips that I had.
Right.
But, back when I went to Vegas, now we're talking, it's like the dark ages. I mean, it was 1985. They had casinos where you could make maybe, I don't know. There were like penny slot machines or nickel slot machines. There was a casino where you could bet like less than $1 on things. Now they don't have things like that. They don't have any table games that are for less than $1.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the reason they have this.
I hope you're feeling better.
I hope you feel better too. I don't know. I didn't realize. If anybody's not feeling well, I'm going to say a blank. I hope you feel good.
Yeah.
Because, at this point, it's hard to wake up and feel great.
I know. Nana Tink's got the Ronas.
The Rona?
Mm-hmm.
We can say the words now. My niece has it really bad. And she went to a party and she flew. And then she flew back with it. And I'm like, huh. And then her mother chimed in, well, she wore a mask. And I'm thinking, yeah. And the 150 people on the plane probably got it 2 days later. Anyway. You have a confession you don't have a dog?
Why?
That's okay.
You don't have to have a dog to come visit us in the doghouse.
Yeah, we have the dogs. This is my doghouse. I live in a doghouse. I'm going to go outside and try to get my dog to come in.
Yeah.
Come in, baby.
It's so dreary looking outside.
All right. Did you pick up rocks? Did you have rocks in your head?
Grandma hopped in?
Mm-mm.
I don't think she got you.
You playing? You got snow on your butt.
I don't think she got your thing.
Well. Jennifer's sharing dogs. She's like, you can have one of mine.
Jennifer.
Do you ever have like, this is, I know it's going to sound terrible, but when I was a kid, every Chihuahua I met was not very nice to strangers. Like if you went to go to pet it, it would growl or bite.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I met a few that were nice. So I knew that they come in not nice and nice. How are yours?
Hey, Jennifer goes, Mara, would you like prefer a black Chihuahua or a black Chihuahua?
I get you.
Oh.
Are any of them friendly and sweet and beautiful? Or are they like the like yappy, bitey kind?
Penny slots and one free drink every 2 hours. I don't know. I think those penny slots, you spend more on a penny slot because they got like 95 lines you can bet on.
Oh, well, that was the thing I noticed the last time I went to the casino, that they had, it wasn't like when I went to Vegas, they had like 3 lines you could bet on. And now they had 120 combinations.
Yeah, exactly. So you
And
end
I'm
up
like,
spending more than that.
yeah, it was insane. They're all buttheads, she said.
She said her puppy is still nice.
How old's the puppy? Are you going to keep the puppy and give away one of the ones that's not nice?
My sister likes Chihuahuas. Her Chihuahua hated me. Hated me.
There was one Chihuahua that my friend had, and it was really crazy nice. But it was like it would like climb you and like lick your face and then jump down. But my mom's best friend had a Chihuahua, and that thing was so nasty. It would bite her. It was her Chihuahua, and she'd go at it, and it would go. And I'm like,
no, Nina would look at you like, pet me, pet me, pet me. And when you go to pet her, she'd like, yeah.
That's like some cats that I've met, and they like rubbing on you, and they seem like, oh, you're a friendly little kitty, and you go to pet it, and then the next thing you know,
yeah. That's what my Scarlett, my grandson, he goes, Mimi, I'm not a dog person. I'm a cat person. I said, okay, John Paul.
That's fine. You can like what you like.
Right.
I lived in a building where we weren't allowed to have dogs for a while, but it was always the while that I wanted them that we couldn't have them. And then as soon as I moved out, of course, they changed the rules that you could have dogs.
Yeah, you can have a dog. You can have as many dogs as you want.
Well, maybe I agree. Anyway, I wanted a cat. My dad, he was like, no, we're not getting a cat. And one time a little kitten was following me in the street. So I picked it up and took it home. He goes, put it back where you found it.
Yeah.
Okay. But they let me have a hamster at some point. And I got a parakeet.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. It was a very friendly parakeet. But, that sent me down this bird road that I don't want to go down again, ever. The birds I have now are outside. She was the bird lady. I'm telling you, people drop their birds off at me. It's like I don't want any more birds. You're the lady that takes the birds. No, I don't take the birds.
The birds take me.
But, and the next thing I know, it's like I got a canary and I had 2 cockatiels and I got 3 cockatiels and then I had a parrot, and it's like, how many
I really wanted an African gray from a baby.
Very tough birds because they're super smart. They need a lot of attention. People don't really understand that birds at like a certain point, it might be 5 to 10 years, they start getting sexually mature. And if you can't provide a mate for them, it like makes them go a little crazy. And they start bonding with people, and you don't realize sometimes like you're petting your bird like on its armpits, and because it's doing that like pet me here, and then you're sending it very mixed signals, and then it makes them nutty. Anyway, I regret that I didn't have the education or the internet back then. when I had the parrot. But anyway, I saw a video yesterday of this guy who hand fed, like, I think it was like 6 macaws, and he put them in bed on their backs, and he was, he made a video. And then most everybody was like, oh, it's so cute. I love him. I want him. And then, the people who knew said, this is very cruel and it's not right. And I get what they were saying, because the birds that were young are okay with the people, but they shouldn't. You can't provide them with what they really, really need. They probably need a big aviary, and to not be that, almost like tame, but not like have different sexes kind of way. It's not for me. And I think I'm like allergic to a lot of different kinds of animals too. So far I could deal with the dogs. Maybe that's why I'm congested all the time. I don't know, maybe I'm allergic to everything. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
Look at my hair, it's growing in. I don't know. I don't like it. You had a con, I don't know. Yeah, I want to say birds are any kind of like upgrade above like I'm going to say a cockatiel, even cockatiels. Back in the day, parakeets were probably like $15, or $10. But the parrots were, they could be thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I wanted to go into one of those stores where they sell the parrots, and my husband was like, we're not going into a bird store. And I said, I give you permission to not, to make me not buy a bird ever, because I don't want a bird. You're allowed to stop me, but I can still visit them. He's like, I don't even want to get close. And I'm like, okay. But he's fine with us feeding them here outside.
Right.
It's really
plenty birds at home.
I want to tell you something. The last time we were here, I saw 5 red cardinals in a tree.
Really?
And that's a lot of male cardinals to be in one area. Because I had seen 3, but 5. I was like, wow. I wish I could get close enough to get a picture. Yeah, it's really nice. Because they're beautiful. And then they're like, first of all, they show up in the snow. They show up in the green grass. They're just, they're really pretty birds. We have bluebirds.
We had a lot of birds.
Lots of bluebirds still here. We feed them like some kind of worms.
Some kind of worms.
The worms that come in a bag. I don't know. They have like a little worm house. They'll wait their turn to go in the worm house and eat the worms. Okay. Tony can do that. We'll put out seeds on a thing. And I started putting out suet. Do you know what suet is? It's like, I think it's almost like basically if you put peanut butter and Crisco and like birdseed and make a block that doesn't, you could put it in a feeder, and the woodpeckers come and all the different kinds of birds that like nuts will come. It's kind of cool. Mealworms? I don't know. I know that
Marie used to buy those mealworms for that lizard.
Maybe it's mealworms. I don't know. It comes in a bag. They're expensive. And then I heard chickens like them too. And one of the bags said, oh, to get excitement, shake the bag and all your chickens will come running. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, they sell them for chickens. We've gotten them on Amazon, but I've read like reviews. Some people are like, these worms are terrible. And I'm like, ugh. They sell them at Walmart. They sell them at Lowe's. And they sell them at Tractor Supply.
I was going to say Tractor Supply must have them.
We've gotten them at Tractor Supply and Amazon. Maybe Walmart too. I don't know. We bought them a lot. They're a lot of money. But having an animal, like, I don't even know, unless eggs get to be $20 each, it's not going to be cheaper to have chickens. It's because we have to build a coop, we have to feed them. I don't know. Jinx. Jinx,
Yeah.
y'all.
By the time you buy all the feed and stuff, they say you might as well just buy your eggs. Eggs are going up again.
Yeah, they had to. I was hearing about the bird flu today. It's okay. This is the thing with the bird flu. It started spreading because they traced it down to mallard ducks landing in ponds, and they were the ones that spread the disease. And the reason it crossed over into animals was because a pig ate the diseased mallard duck that died. Because they share in some farms. You have a pond, all the animals go and drink out of it,
Right.
and so it was migrating birds that were bringing it around. And so when they had to eliminate, various flocks of birds that were for sale, it's making the price of chicken and eggs go up. But it could technically spread to other animals. It's sad.
Debbie, your birds are here. Poor Debbie.
Poor Debbie. Aw. Anyway.
Debbie says her ducks don't migrate.
That's what she said. But the thing is, like, here, we do get migrating birds. It would be a shame if something ever happened to them. I don't plan on eating my chickens if I have chickens, but I do plan on eating some of those eggs. So I'm not really that into eggs anyway. I mean, I use them in cooking, but
She was here.
She was here.
She's probably making her lunch or something.
She went. She goes everywhere, right? Well, I'm driving to Walmart. I'm driving to the store. I'm driving. The plants. Yeah, where did you go? I asked him a question.
He was here.
He was here and then he left. Don't you text him? Tell him to come back. He said he had a problem with the flood. When we came back into this house yesterday, there was water in the basement.
Oh no.
It was like, oh brother. But
That's
my husband figured out where it was coming from.
Ashley says she's here.
I'm starting to get I'm still getting pain in my mouth and my jaw from all the dental work I've had. It's not it's not settled. I'm on. I don't want to be on they told me to take Tylenol and an ibuprofen, and I have to kind of take it a lot more than I want. I mean, almost all, once it starts, it's like it'll happen all day. I haven't eaten anything. I've just drank. Edible chopstick.
Hey,
It does. It feels like really yucky.
Mr. Southern Fines, you coming to tell me they're working on the house?
No.
But those woodpeckers really like it.
I don't know.
It would be really nice if someone called you the W.
She punished you,
She's
baby?
not punished.
Huh?
She's just sitting there. You want her?
No, I we get along.
Mr. Southern Fines.
Mr. Southern Fines.
Hey,
Mr. Southern Fines.
I gotta go
Must be cold. Mr. Southern Fines got his hat on.
Really?
outside wrapping pipes.
Oh, they wrapping pipes. Why is it supposed to freeze tonight?
Next week, I think.
Oh, next week? Oh, another one.
Huh?
He
What?
works for the school board, so they have to, get all the schools ready.
I'm wearing a double fuzzy shirt, and you're sitting there in a t-shirt. It's hard to imagine.
Well, I got flip flops on too, but I'm inside. But my feet are cold.
I have
Hey, Robin.
Hi, Robin. I have a what is it? Radiator, like a portable radiator sitting right by my leg because it's cold in here. There's
Well,
no.
it got hot, so I told Sean put the heat down. This house is not very regulated. Like sitting here, I don't know.
Do you feel like there's no insulation? Maybe.
No, it's a well-made house, but like the living room is really big and it's got ceramic floors, so it's not a warm, cozy, like it would need a big rug. And the fireplace, the guy's coming to check it to make sure it's good before we light it. So
Definitely. Is it
yeah,
is it
cold.
propane or is it wood?
Wood.
Okay. You can have a marshmallow roast. Put hot dogs on a stick.
Right.
Things we used to do at the fireplace. When I was a kid, my uncle he had some kind of way to cook popcorn on his fireplace. It was like a cage with a stick. That was so fun as a child to watch that happen. I don't know why.
I gotta go wash clothes at my mom's.
I'm looking at the time. I need new glasses because the other day I was running around and I said to my husband, are your eyes blurry or is it just me? He's like,
Must be just you, honey.
he's like, it's obviously you. And I'm like, oh. So I was putting eye drops in my eye.
Uh-huh.
And I was checking and I was cleaning my glasses and it got a little better, but yeah, I need to go. I can see, but I think I could see better.
Yeah.
And
I need to go back. They wanted me to go see a movement doctor. The way my eyes move and stuff, causing
the
me
dizzy.
to fall and stuff. But they made an appointment and then they said, no, I had to go to the main clinic. And then they never called me back. So
They never call back lately. I feel there was one office that the woman who was doing the scheduling, she was so persistent. And I thought, you're making this clinic a lot of money because I normally would say, I'm not going to go. And then she was like having me, she's like, well, your insurance is good here. And she was in New Jersey. And I thought, I can't do a colonoscopy in New Jersey with one bathroom. Like, it's not going to work.
You can.
I know, honey, but you know how that won't go over well.
Oh, well, if she's not there, she would never
Right.
know.
Okay.
Just like, I'm going to tell her.
Take care, Jane. Have a good day.
Bye,
See
Jane.
you next time.
Hey, Deborah.
Hey, Deborah. It seems like every time Jane is leaving, Deborah's
I know, right?
Hi, Deborah. How's it going?
So,
I
well,
hope
Suzy, I'm gonna have to get girl because I gotta go do that laundry and stuff at my mom's until we get our washer and dryer hooked up.
I need to go as well. So let's wish everybody have a great whatever you're gonna do, and go see Dawn tomorrow,
Yes.
and come back to see us next Thursday morning for our chat. And if anything else happens, I'm sure Dawn and Teresa will advertise that.
Yes, definitely.
So, take care. Have a blessed day.
Okay. Bye, guys. Love y'all.
Bye. I gotta end it.
She got the right button.